does it still feel loud? He stands in the doorway longer now, like thresholds carry weight. Keys shaking his open palm, like timing decides his fate. The hallway light feels foreign, too steady, too calm, too bright. No dust falling from the ceiling, no reason to brace for the night. Boots by the couch, still laced up, jacket folded tight and clean. He tells himself he's home again, but home feels in between. Every slam door down the street pulls his shoulders tight. Every engine backfire turns noon into midnight. They told him you're safe now, but safety isn't a switch, it's a language he forgot how to speak. Uniform off, but the weight's still on. Trying to remember who he was before the dawn of smoke and steel and coded commands. Now he's holding grocery bags instead of plans. Uniform off, but the war inside still echoes when the world goes quiet. If peace is here, let it be true. Teach him how to live in blue. He sits in a park on a weekday noon, watching children run. A soccer ball hits near his feet. He almost drops to one. The kid just laughs and says, my bad. No fear behind his eyes, and something in his chest feels strange, like grief in a new disguise. His mother calls him in for dinner from across the yard, and that small sound of normal life hits deep, but then it's hard. He doesn't miss the battlefield, he misses who he was before survival shaped his hands into permanent fists. He was trained to scan horizons, trained to calculate the cost, trained to move before the thought of what was gained or lost. But no one trained him how to sit in stillness, how to hear the quiet without suspicion. Yeah, they built him out of discipline and dust, out adrenaline spikes and mandatory trust. Turned a teenager into a shield and a gun. Told him protect what you love, then blurred the sun. Now he back with a medal on his chest, but medals don't quiet what's pounding his head. They don't erase what he saw in the red, they don't rewrite what the headline said. He ain't a weapon, he a man with the pulse that still scans every rooftop, every van, every shadow with the plan. But listen, we owe him more than applause, more than parades and patriot laws. We owe him mornings without combat mode, we owe him streets that don't explode. He don't need another war to define his worth. He need a reason to believe in earth and barbecues and traffic jams, and holding a child with steady hands. Uniform off, let him breathe again, let him exist without defense. If peace is real, then prove it loud, not with bombs but with the crowd of neighbors saying stay a while, of children handing him a smile. Uniform off, let the burden fall, let him be human, nothing more at all. No more scanning every sound, let his feet stay on this ground. Uniform off, the sky is clear, no coded red, no hidden fear. If this is home, then let it stay, and teach his heart a softer way. Take it off, you're allowed to rest now. Silence. They said stay quiet, they said don't look up, they said if you hear it, run. But what if today we don't? I used to sleep in my shoes just in case the night decided to scream. My backpack wasn't for homework, it was water bottles and emergency dreams. Teachers counted heads like inventory, windows covered like secrets. We memorized the path to the basement better than math equations and speeches. Every recess was rehearsal, every laugh cut short by the sky. We learned how to spell evacuate before we learned how to fly. But today I see chalk on the sidewalk, not dust from broken stone. I see a kid running late for class, not running for his home. Heartbeat steady, no countdown in the air. Sunlight through the hallway, like it was always meant to be there. her laces, pink ribbon in her hair. She's talking about a science fair, like the world is finally fair. Her mom stands at the doorway, holding tears she won't let fall. Not because she's scared today, but because she remembers it all. The locker slammed like thunder, and nobody flinches now. The sky can rumble all at once, it doesn't own us somehow. We were trained to duck, trained to hide, trained to carry fear inside. But what if the next generation never learns that sound? What if the loudest thing they hear is their own dreams breaking ground? Yeah. We grew up with alarms in the bloodstream, cold red childhood, what a cruel dream. Steel-toe future, concrete youth, had to learn survival before we learned truth. They fed us fear like daily bread, told us stay small, keep your head down when the sky start cracking. Hope on mute, just reacting. Nah, I'm done with the siren identity, done letting panic define me. We turning the page, rewriting the energy. Kids in the classroom designing the century. No more hiding under desks, we building empires from textbooks. No more flinching at the clouds, we raising leaders, not crooks. You call it fragile, I call it growth. Peace ain't weak, it's stronger than both. Guns in the grief, they sold in bulk. We breaking the cycle they thought we sold. Let the bells ring loud, that's the only alarm we need. Education over devastation, plan of mind, that's a seed. Backpack instead of armor, future in our hands. No more training for the worst, we're making other plans. Let the bells ring for classes, let the sky stay blue. If this is what tomorrow means, we're finally breaking through. Don't get comfortable, it never lasts.
Normal is temporary.
Calm is a trap, or is it? He wakes up without checking headlines, without scanning the sky. Coffee brewing in the kitchen, no tension in his spine. The radio plays soft static, then shifts into a song. No urgent voice cutting through, saying something's wrong. He walks outside, hands in pockets, no map of exits in his head. No calculating distance, from the doorway to the bed. A neighbor waves good morning, trash trucks roll on time. And nothing about the moment feels like borrowed time. We used to pray for extraordinary miracles, for dramatic signs above. Now we're grateful for the ordinary ones. Just a normal day, no smoke in the air, no coded alerts, no collective stare. Just a normal day, sunlight on the street. If this is peace, it sounds like feet walking without hurry, talking without fear. If this is normal, let it stay here. Kids arguing over nothing, couples late for work. Someone honks impatiently at a driver who just jerked. A bus arrives exactly when the schedule said it would. The only thing exploding now is laughter in the neighborhood. An old store reopens quietly with a welcome back sign. No ribbon cutting spectacle, just people standing in line. And somehow that simplicity feels louder than before. We were raised to expect disruption, to anticipate the fall. But stability is radical when you've survived it all. What if the miracle was never dramatic? What if it's steady and automatic? Yeah. We romanticized the chaos phase, thought survival was the only praise. Thought tension in the airwaves was just part part of living days. But now we redefining greatness, not in crisis, not in status, in consistency and patience, in a future that don't hate us. Normal ain't boring, it's elite. Heartbeat calm, that's victory. Walking down your own damn street without rehearsing tragedy. No more glorifying scars, no more building life on alarms. We turning down the trauma charm and turning up suburban farms. Picnics, traffic, Monday blues, bills to pay and daily news. Arguing over what to choose, not over what we're about to lose. That's power, that's the flex. Peace so stable, it's complex. So steady, it don't need effects. No smoke machines, no dialects. Just mornings that repeat themselves in healthy, quiet wealth of time and breathing subtle grace of safety in a common place. We don't need dramatic saves, we need consistent, quiet days. If that's the revolution now, then normal is the loudest praise. Just a normal day, nothing falling from the sky. Just a normal day, and nobody asking why. If this is what we fought to see, if this is what we're worthy of, then let the miracle be simple. A life defined by love. Don't get comfortable. Get used to it. Silence. Don't look at the sky. If it flashes, get down. Light used to mean danger. Red, white, burning. What if tonight it means something else? The city used to light up in panic, windows flickering in fear, streets glowing under warning signs, shadows sharp and severe, flashes painted on the skyline, not fireworks, just alarms. Every spark a coded message, every glow a call to arms. We memorized the color patterns, knew which ones meant hide. Blue and red across our faces while hope stepped aside. Night wasn't made for dreaming, it was made for staying awake, counting every second, wondering what it would take. But tonight the power hums different, not sharp, not tense, not tight. The sky is still wide open, but it doesn't want to fight. Let the city light up bright, not for fear but for the night. Let the colors mean we're free, not a coded emergency. Let the skyline glow in gold, not from stories we were told. If the dark is finally calm, let the light be celebration. Kids holding sparklets, laughing, parents not checking the air. Nobody mapping exits, nobody scanning for flares. A rooftop full of music, bass shaking but safe. Neon signs flicker alive, not signaling escape. Someone shouts, look at that, pointing at the sky. And for once, when something explodes, no one ducks to cry. Just colors falling softly like the night forgave the past. We were trained to fear illumination, trained to flinch at the flare. But maybe light was never the enemy, maybe it was the despair. What if brightness can be ours again? Not a warning, but a promise. Sunny rays under flashing skies, sirens in the lullabies. Every glow a coded thread, living life in silhouette. We internalize the red and blue, like fear was something overdue, like tension wide into the grid, like safety was a myth we hid. But now we flipping every switch, reclaiming power inch by inch. Neon bleeding through the night, but this time it don't ignite. No more trauma in the flare, no more panic in the air. Let the skyline blaze in pride, not in warning, we can't override. They weaponize the atmosphere, turn illumination into fear. But watch us now, we reappear, turning rooftops into chandeliers. This a festival of breath regained, of nervous systems unchained, of fireworks that don't demand a shelter plan or shaking hands. Let it boom, but let it shine, not as a threat, but as a sign that the only thing exploding now is joy across the skyline. Let the city light up bright, not for fear but for the night. Let the skyline blazing gold. We survive what we were told. If the dark will scream again, let the light say this is home. No more signals to defend, just celebration in the dome. Don't look at the sky. No, look at it. It's beautiful tonight. Silence, then faint crowd cheer fading out. Shoes by the door, lights off. Don't wait for the second siren. Grab the photo, leave the rest. Run. We used to measure nights in footsteps, how fast we could make it downstairs. Blankets thrown over shoulders, breathing dust, heavy air. The basement smelled like rust and fear. Concrete, cold as truth. Mom whispering it's almost over. Same line she used in my youth. Dad counting seconds in silence, like numbers could build a shield. Ceiling shaking like thunder, but thunder doesn't make you kneel. We had a corner with water bottles, another with photo regret. A flashlight taped to a pipe, like hope we couldn't forget. But tonight, the floor didn't tremble, the sky didn't scream, and for the first time, the stairs didn't mean escape. No more basement nights, no more racing down, no more holding breath while the world breaks ground. Let the dark stay quiet, let the ceiling rest. We were built for sunlight, not survival tests. No more basement nights, let the children sleep. If peace is fragile, we'll guard it deep. Feels different now, not a checkpoint, just a place. The hallway, just a hallway, not a time to escape. I stood halfway to the staircase, out of habit, not alarm. Realized my body still flinches, even when there's no harm. Trauma leave fingerprints on doorknobs and on skin. But maybe healing starts when you don't have to run again. We were trained to react, trained to descend, trained to believe the night won't end. But what if darkness is just darkness now? Not a warning, not a countdown.
Concrete childhood, raised underground, heartbeat sync to a warning sound. We ain't grow up, we adapted fast. Future on pause, stuck in the past. Basement generation, dust in the lungs. Learning survival before we were young. Hands on our ears when the sirens cry, while politicians televise pride. Nah, I'm done romanticizing pain, done letting fear run through my veins. We flipping the script, rewriting the code. No more life in emergency mode. I don't want medals, I want nights where kids don't memorize exit routes and fights, where ceilings don't shake from power displays, where peace ain't a rumor, we here for days. This ain't weakness, this a demand. Put the future back in our hands. We survived the dark, now we rise above. Not with revenge, but with stubborn love. No more running when shadows fall, no more hiding behind the wall. If the sky stays silent, we stand tall. Basement doors, we don't need them at all. No more basement nights, no more racing down, no more holding breath while the world shakes ground. Let the dark stay quiet, let the children dream. We were born for daylight, not survival scenes. Shoes by the door, leave them there. Silence. Listen.
sound. For years every noise meant something, every echo had a name. A slam door felt like thunder, every spark could start a flame. We learned to decode the volume, measured distance by the tone. Silence wasn't comfort, it was tension overgrown. Footsteps in the hallway could freeze the air in place. Wind against the windows, but fear across your face. The world was one long signal, we were wired to respond. Living in reaction to alarms beyond. But this morning something changed. The rhythm felt humane. The sounds weren't chasing danger, they weren't carrying pain. Let the ordinary noise return. Cars passing down the street. Let the coffee shop doors swing wide with strangers' random feet. Let the subway rumble underground, not shaking us apart. If this is what normal sounds like, let it restart the heart. Let the ordinary noise return and drown out fear for good. A dog barking 2 blocks over, no one drops to the floor. A truck backfires at the corner, no one's rushing for the door. Dishes clatter in the kitchen, laughter through thin walls. Music bleeding from a neighbor's room, not emergency calls. A train horn in the distance, just still against the track. Not something coded violent, not something pulling us back. For once the city's breathing, and it doesn't sound like war. We were raised in hyper-focus, trained to hear the threat. But maybe healing starts when we stop expecting death. What if noise is just noise again? Not a message, not an end.
Yeah.
Hyper alert, that's how we grew. Volume up, scanning the room. Every vibration felt like doom. Living life in a pressure suit. We mapped the saddest steed like a war zone. Turn every ringtone into a warning tone. Heart rate spiking off unknown. Fight or flight permanently on. But listen now, that's a bust, not a blast. That's a crowd, not a clash. That's a door, not collapse. That's the future breaking past. We reclaim decibels in space. Rewind your nerves, reset the pace. No more flinch at random bass. No more fear in every day. They stole our comfort through the air. Turned acoustics to despair. Now we taking back the wave, turning echoes into brave. Let the traffic jam at 5 mean people going home alive. Let the siren fade to myth. Let the heartbeat coexist. Ordinary noise amplified is the sound of being alive. Let the ordinary noise return. Fill the streets and fill the sky. Let the sound of simple days be the loudest battle cry. If peace don't scream or shine, if it doesn't dominate, maybe it just sounds like this. A world that's not a fate. Listen, it's just life, and that's enough. Silence, then faint city hum fading out. Just get through tonight. 5 years, 10. We never talked like that. What if we can now? We used to measure life in hours, in siren gaps and borrowed calm. Calendars felt like fiction, long-term thinking felt wrong. See you next week sounded reckless, next year felt like a lie. Dreams stayed folded in drawers, too fragile to apply. College plans half written, business signs never hung. Weddings postponed by weather that wasn't coming from the sun. We survived in short sentences, and if it may be in soon. The future was a luxury, not something we could assume. But tonight someone said, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And nobody laughed, nobody flinched. 10 years from now, say it out loud, let it echo through the crowd. girl sketches out blueprints for a cafe on Main. An old man plants a tree, knowing he'll see it again. Two friends talk investments instead of escape routes. A couple picks baby names, not emergency suits. The city council meets at night, debating parks and schools, not evacuation maps or curfew rules. And for the first time in a while, the word forever doesn't feel cruel. We were raised in temporary, in backup plans and fear, but stability's revolutionary when it finally appears. What if the bravest thing we do is dare to think ahead, dare to picture gray hair on unshaken head? Yeah, we lived in survival mode, metrics, short-term goals and defensive tactics. Every forecast catastrophic, future talk felt unrealistic. But now we flipping the narrative, long-term vision declarative, from reactive to comparative, building something generative. We ain't just breathing, we investing in foundations, not just resting in classrooms and code and medicine, in art that outlives adrenaline. 10-year plans on the kitchen table, mortgage talks financially stable, kids talking about what they'll major in, not what shelter they'll stay in. That's power, that's the flex, thinking decades, not what's next. We reclaiming context. No more if we make it phrasing, it's when we make it that's amazing. From crisis pacing to future shaping, that's generational translation. Peace ain't passive, it's infrastructure. It's steady growth and long-term structure. It's confidence in tomorrow's sun, not flinching at what hasn't begun. 10 years from now, say it proud, we're still here, still standing loud. 10 years from now, we built this ground on hope we once learned aloud. If peace stays steady, we know how to dream beyond the now. Don't plan too far. No, plan everything. Silence. I woke up to something strange today. It wasn't fear, it wasn't the sky splitting open, it wasn't the sound that used to drag my name down the stairs into the basement. It was silence, not the heavy kind, not the kind that means brace yourself, but the soft kind, like the world finally exhaled. Yeah. For years my alarm clock was panic, shoes by the bed like soldiers, windows taped like broken promises. We memorized the basement better than our own kitchen. Mom used to say, count to 10, baby, it'll pass. But 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into nights without stars. I learned how to read by flashlight, learned how to breathe without making noise, learned that thunder wasn't always weather, sometimes it had coordinates. But this morning, no running, no shouting, no shaking walls, just sunlight touching the floor like it belongs here. No sirens in the sky, no countdown in my chest, no echo of goodbye, just quiet on my breath. If this is what peace sounds like, don't wake me up again. Let the silence stay, let it be the end of the noise we called normal. I opened the window halfway, habit said don't, hope said try. The street looked smaller without smoke, the buildings looked tired, but standing a neighbor stepped outside. We stared at each other like survivors of the same shipwreck. No words, just a nod. We used to measure days by damage, now we measure them by life. What do you do when the war inside your ribs Basement prayers and flickering lights. Concrete ceiling is dust in my lungs. Dreams got buried before they were sung. We were kids with evacuation plans, maps in our heads, fear in our hands. Government speeches on shattered screens, talking about glory, don't know what that means. I don't want medals, I don't want revenge. I want my future without defense. I want a morning that doesn't attack. I want my child to finally back. You have felt silence hit harder than bombs, cause peace got weight when it finally comes. I'm not naive, I know it's fragile, but let it breathe, don't let it shatter. No sirens in the sky, let the quiet testify. We survived the night, now we learning how to live. No sirens in the sky, no more teaching kids to hide. If this is peace, let it stay, let it stay. Speeches, just one more morning that sounds like this. Silence and the sun, not afraid to rise.
It used to be a checkpoint. Yellow tape. Broken swings. Don't step too far. This ground remembers everything. But maybe it can remember something else.
The park was once a question mark. Rust on the monkey bars. Grass pressed flat by heavy boots, not by fallen stars. Benches cracked like promises. Fountain dry for years. The only echoes living there were orders, dust, and fear. We walked past it in a hurry. Eyes low, voices thin. Like joy was something dangerous we couldn't let back in. Slides stood still like frozen time. Swings hung without a breeze. No birthday songs, no scraped up knees. Just silence in the trees. But this afternoon, something shifted in the air. A sound we almost didn't recognize, like hope testing a prayer. Now the laughter lives here, where the sirens used to cry. Little sneakers hit the pavement, under an open sky. Let the swings move higher, let the daylight stay. If peace can start somewhere, let it start this way. Now the laughter lives here, and it's louder than our fear. A boy falls, scrapes his elbow, gets up before he weeps. His mother doesn't grab him fast, she doesn't hear what used to creep. Two girls race into the slide, arguing about who's first, not about whose turn to hide. When the sky gets worse, an old man feeds the pigeons, hands shaking but at ease. He says, I never thought I'd see kids climbing up those trees. And for a second, all of us just stand there and believe. This ground held weight before, blueprints pressed in deep, but maybe soil can heal itself if we let children keep running where we once ran down, laughing where we once held breath. Maybe joy is how we fight the architecture of death. They try to brand this place with fear. Concrete scars still visible here, but we reclaiming every square, every swing, every breath of air. No more caution tape culture, no more trauma as sculpture. We ain't raising kids in shelter, we raising builders and welters of cycles that was set in stone. Generations overthrown, not a sandbox full of kings and queens who never felt alone. They told us parks ain't safe no more, told us lock every single door, told us joy was naive at best, like hope was something to ignore. Nah, joy rebellious, joy defiant, joy the loudest kind of riot. Let them hear it block by block, we turning playgrounds into triumph. No more normalizing dread, no more nightmares in their head. We survived what they said was fate, now we recreate instead. If peace is fragile, let it grow and scraped up knees and after
This ground remembers everything. Now it remembers joy, silence wind through trees. Don't open it, don't let the light in. Tape the edges, stay low. The window remembers things. We used to cross the room crawling, curtains pinned like secrets to the wall, glass shaking like it knew our names. Every shadow felt 10 feet tall. My father sealed the frames with tape, like he could glue the sky in place. Mom counted seconds under breath, while fear drew maps across her face. Outside was never just outside, it was a question mark in gray. A simple crack of open air could take the whole house away. So we learned to live in half light, half trust, half breath, half free. The window wasn't just a window, it was uncertainty. But this morning the wind felt different, not sharp, not loud, not wrong. The silence didn't feel like waiting, it felt like it belonged. Windows wide open, sun on the floor, no tape on the corners, no fear at the door. Let the air come rushing, let the light come through. If peace is this fragile, we'll protect it too. Windows wide open, we're done living small. If the sky stays quiet, we'll answer the call. Dust floating in the sunlight, like it's dancing just because. No one yelling, get down, no ceiling shaking above. A neighbor waves across the street, no smoke between our eyes. For once the clouds are just clouds, not warnings in disguise. I touched the glass with open palm, not bracing for the blast, and realized how heavy it was to expect every moment to be the last. We forgot what fresh air felt like, forgot what blue could mean. Forgot that windows were made for looking out, not hiding unseen. What if we stop reinforcing the fear that built these walls? What if we let the sunlight rewrite our protocols? Yeah, we boarded up hope like plywood sheets, duct tape faith in the summer heat. Every creak in the frame was a coded threat. Living on edge, yeah, we noticed that. We were raised in a room half closed, half of the story never told, half of the future put on hold, cause half of the sky was black and cold. But I'm kicking the latch, let the hinges scream. Peace ain't passive, it's a regime. Shifting the mind, it's a power move. Open the glass, let the trauma diffuse. They taught us caution like holy law, taught us flinch before we saw. But courage ain't loud, it's a steady hand, turning the knob like yeah we can. No more shrinking in square footage, no more life in survival mode. We stepping outside, rewriting code, from fear-based thinking to overload of light, of breath, of days we ain't scared to plan. If the sky stay quiet, we expand. Windows wide open, sun on the floor, no tape on the corners, no fear at the door. Let the air come rushing, let the light come through. If this is what peace feels like, we're finally breaking through. No, open it all the way.